Hello guys, an IGCSE student and having a writing exam coming very soon. We are talking about Cambridge English as a second language, Cambridge English as an additional language, Oxford AQA English as a second language. Then definitely you will need this video. Because in a few minutes, we will sum up a few critical points that you will need to take into account when it comes to the writing paper. Focus and start taking notes with me. Let's divide the writing paper into content and language. Let's talk about the content. There are certain points that you will have to be familiar with and you will have to focus on while having the writing exam. Number one, consistently developing ideas. So whatever the idea you have, let's explain it. Let's talk about the reasons. Let's talk about the consequences if there are. Let's give an example as well. If there are some facts to use, if there are some statistics to use, if we can quote some famous people, whatever the point is, to develop our ideas. And whatever the idea is, keep developing it. Consistently developing ideas. Number two, let's make sure that our ideas and sentences are meaningful. That means that let's avoid empty sentences, empty ideas. Let's avoid repeating our ideas over and over again. Let's make sure that each idea is new and has a message to deliver to the audience so that you can make your piece of writing kind of catchy. Number three, let's focus on thinking and coming up with creative ideas. Let's avoid the traditional way of thinking. So let's think outside the box. Number four, let's be familiar with the features with all writing tasks. Could be blog, could be diary, could be informal email, for example, or informal letter, could be formal letter, could be review, could be report, could be article, could be whatever the task is. Each task has its own different features. So you've got to be familiar with them and you've got to apply them when having a writing exam. Another point you've got to focus on is to use different opinion phrases. Like, for example, in my opinion, from my point of view, it seems to me that, I believe that, whatever the opinion phrase is, so that you can sound convincing. And now, time to sum up the language section. And to talk about the language section, we've got to talk about range and accuracy. Let's start with the first point. Number one, range of sentence structures. That means that let's do our best to produce simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and compound complex sentences, which is the most advanced one. And talking about the accuracy, let's make sure that we use them properly. Number two, let's make sure that we show off range of structures, like for example, relative clauses, who and which and that and when and where and so on. Let's make sure that we have range of conjunctions, coordinating, subordinating, correlative, conjunctive. Let's make sure that we have passive voice because it shows a complex structure as well. But of course, it depends on the style of the writing task. And of course, let's not forget about figurative language. So whenever you have the opportunity to show off your language using figurative language like metaphor, simile, personification, whatever the figurative language is, whatever the literary element is, please do it. Show off your language to the examiner. Another critical point to take into account, which is range of punctuation marks. And that means let's do our best to use colon, semicolon, ellipses, dashes, brackets, whatever the punctuation mark is, so that you can show off your language to the examiner. And what's more important is to use them properly. If you noticed, we are always talking about accuracy and range. Another essential point is to use different transition expressions so that the text can be highly organized. And that means that you've got to show that you fully understand the relationship between each sentence, each idea, and the relationship between each paragraph as well. For example, if you're adding ideas, you can use moreover, furthermore, in addition, additionally. If you're showing contrast, you can use however, nevertheless, nonetheless. If you're showing cause and effect, you can use because, since, as. If you're showing results, you can say as a result, hence, thus, consequently. This will definitely leave a positive impact on your writing paper. And when it comes to vocab, let's do our best to use less common vocab. We are not talking about that complex, that sophisticated vocab. We are talking about less common vocab so that you can distinguish yourself. And definitely it would take you to a different level if you show topic-related vocab. And remember everyone, it's your only chance to shine and rise high in the sky. It's your chance to show off your language to the examiners. So do your best to show off your language by using range of structures and at the same time to use them properly. And this is what we can call accuracy. And finally, let's not forget, if you still need any tips, any advice, let's get in contact with each other and definitely we'll be always at your back. Good luck and wish you all the best.